Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to H&M Technologies online training. In last video, we learned to read and write basic text files. Today, we level up to the two most important data forms in the real world. One is a CSV and JSON. CSV is like a spreadsheet in a text file. JSON is the format that internet runs on. As a Python developer, you'll use both of these every single day. Let's get straight into it. Firstly, what is a CSV? CSV stands for Common Separate Values. CSV stands for Comma Separated Values. Firstly, let's create a CSV file manually. For this, I'm opening my files and here I'm inserting a file called movies.csv. Okay, now it's done. Movies.csv is created, and here I am inserting a data movie, comma year, comma collections, comma rating. Okay, now I am taking only release movies. There's a triple R released in 2022. Collections and 1200 crores and rating 8.5. Okay, now Bahubali 2 and 2017 released year 1810 crores and 8.8 rating, and along with Pushpa 2 released in 2024 1800 crores and 8.0. KGF chapter 2 released in 2022 and collected 1200 crores. Then I am rating 8.4. Okay, yeah, done, created. See, one thing is, first row is a column headers, movie, year, collection and rating. Every other row is like this rows 1, 2 or data. Okay, this is we can call it as a record on complete data. Okay, let's come to our code. It's time to read CSV or physical created file. Now for this, I am importing CSV. I have a CSV built-in. Python has a built-in module, so I'm importing that. No need to download it from anywhere. And then I'm using a with to open and close my files, because this is the most efficient way to open the files. Our file is a movies.csv, right? And I need to specify which mode I'm opening. So I'm reading mode, then aliasing as a file, right? Now reader equal to csv dot dictreader, which is each row becomes a dictionary. Okay, now I'm doing a for loop for each row in a reader. Print row as a movie, comma separator I'm using row year and the row rating. See the output here, triple R 2022 and 8.5 along with the other datas, which is a movie Bahubali 2 and Pushpa 2 and KGF chapter 2, everything. Observe one thing here in a print statement. Instead of using a row 0, giving a index number, I just give movie and year, because it treats as a dictionary. So I just give keys and value will get here. Dict reader automatically uses the first row as a column names. So instead of just giving index numbers, we can use the movie row year. This much efficient way to read our data. Okay, here every data is not in one type. Is the data we have gotten a output terminal is a string. Everything is a string. If you want a year in an integer and 8.5 is in a float value, we need to convert them. So let's see how to convert this data as per our needs. For this, as usual, import a CSV and with open movies.csv, then a reading mode as a file, then reading in a reader csv dot dict reader as a file. Okay, then printing one heading, which is like all the movies we give is top movies, so blockbuster movies all are. So I am giving heading as a Tollywood top movies, and it should be in a next line. So then I'm looping for loop row in a reader title taking as a row of a movie, that is a title. Then year, I'm converting here integer and the row year. Then I'm getting collections I want integer, so I'm converting collection. Then ratings are float value. Here I'm labeling the data blockbuster if collections are greater than 500, else hit. Now it's done. The for output is formatted. It's the formatted output here. Tollywood movies, top movies, Triple R 2022 and 1200 crores, 8.5 out of 10, and it is a blockbuster. And Bahubali 2, you can see Bahubali 2 2017 and around 1800 crores, 8.8 out of 10, blockbuster. And all the movies are blockbuster here. Till now, we saw how to read the CSV file. Now it's time to write a CSV file. For this, I am as usual importing CSV to work with the CSV files and new movies. Okay, this is a file name I created. Then inside my file name, I'm creating a movies in format of a dictionary, key value page. Okay, now movie as a movie name, Devara, and year 2024, collections 350 crores, and rating 7.4. I don't know exactly what rating. I'm randomly giving the ratings and collections are. Then in the same way, I have to add a few more movies. Okay, movie named Kalki, year 2024 as usual, and collections 650 crores, much more than Devara, and rating 8.4. And another movie, Salar, released year 2023, collections 750 crores, and rating as usual 8.4. I created a new movies file, CSV file, and try to open this with open. Our file name is new movies dot CSV, and more I'm W because it creates a new file or it erases if it is already exist in a W mode. And dictator file field names I'm using movie and year and collections along with ratings. And again I'm using a writer header. This writes the header row and writer dot write rows. See, all this we can have in a inbuilt. When I write writer dot, you can see options here. Writer extraction, field names, and writer header, writer row, and writer rows, and writer dot write rows in file new movies. Okay, it writes all the rows at once, and then I'm printing file is saved. Okay, let's verify this whether it is created or not. Without manually we'll do open a new file called new movies dot csv in reading mode as file, and so print to get all our data. I just use a file dot read. Now I got all the data here. You can see movie year collection rating they were 2024 all we get. Now let's check it is manually where it is a new file movies.csv. Okay, see, it's created. Before the movies.csv, it is created by manually. We entered the data manually, and now new movies.csv is created with help of programming, and also we insert the data. See here what we done. We just give data what is the new movies, the data we have, and then I open file name with the with. And then in the mode of w is always doing if it is already exist, it removes that and creates a new one, or if it is not exist, it creates a new one. Okay, so always remember you need to use this new line. If you don't use this new line, we'll get a blank data. It's empty lines, empty rows in our new file will create, but no data in here and as a file. And we use the writer mode, writer.csv dict writer file, and I gave field names or headers in a first row. We give this, and then writer header, and writer and white rows we take data from these new movies, the new movies at once created, and we can also create write a row at only one row, like that also we can take. Then we open see all the data. This way you can create a CSV. You can open a CSV. You can fetch the data from CSV. Now CSV part is done. Now it's time to work with JSON. So firstly, what is a JSON? JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. JSON means JavaScript Object Notation. It looks exactly like a Python dictionaries and a list, making it is very easy to work with. See here, JSON supports strings, numbers, booleans, true or false, and even null values, a list, and nested objects. Python's built-in JSON module handles all the conversions automatically without downloading any extra modules. And let's see how to read and write the JSON files. For this, first manually create a JSON file. Here I am creating a file movies.json. Here I inserted a data like this, dictionary inside a list inside a dictionary. Then done. Now go to our program. Let's read our JSON file. So for this, importing JSON and then opening with open file name movies.json in the reading mode. Okay. Then as a file data.json dot load to the file. Here JSON file converted into a Python dictionary with this command, and then the data is now a regular Python dictionary for movies, then printing the formatted output. See, I got a length of the movies. Total 3 movies we have an inside a movies.json. Let's see. Yeah, Triple or Bahubali 2, Pushpa 2, 3 movies, and I'm getting all the movies for movie in a movies list. I'm printing formatted output, which is movie and title, then movie year. A rating out of 10. Okay, now it's done. See the output here. Triple R movie and the year 2022, and 9 ratings 9.5, 9 points out of 10, and Bahubali 2 2017 8.8 out of 10, Pushpa 2 2024 7.6 out of 10 is our formatted output. Now let's write a JSON file. For this I am importing as JSON, and as usual movie data we are creating in the form of dictionary. Yeah, title Magadira 2009, and SS Rajmouli, cast Amcher and Kajal Agrawal, rating 8.2 and a blockbuster, and true. See, we have integer and strings and float and boolean values. Everything supports JSON. Let's open Node.js with open Magadira JSON, and we are opening in a W mode. W always do. If it is already created, it removes, and it is if it is not there, it creates a new one. And we have done JSON.dump movie data, the file, and indent4. Here, indent4 makes it readable. Okay. Now also confirmation message, which is a print the file saved. Okay. Now let's try to open the file, and open. File name is magadira.json in the form of read. Okay, as a file, and to print all the data I'm using a file dot read. Okay, I got error, file not found. See, is there any spelling mistake? Yeah, Magadira. I see, I gave comma instead of dot. Okay, see, now the output is saved one is a previous software. I got the data as it is, title, year, director, and the rating, and whether it is a blockbuster or not. So you can indentation 4 we give, and it indents everything here. The indentation, it makes a JSON file looks nice without everything starts from a single line, one line, and it doesn't make our JSON file looks ugly. Okay, right, let's check whether it is already created, not manually. So in files, yeah, see, JSON is already created as it is. So we have seen what is a CSV and reading CSV. Firstly, we created a CSV manually, and then we read that CSV file with the help of our code, and then we convert that CSV file as our needs in the form of integer and float, because the CSV file it gives output everything in a string format, and then we write a CSV file. We create the CSV file, and then we edit the CSV file. Then JSON comes to JavaScript object notation. Then manually we create one JSON file. Then we read that JSON file, and after that we also created a JSON file using the lines of code, and then we read the JSON file. Okay, now you know how to read and how to open our JS files and CSV files. In this video we learn CSV, dictator to read, and dictator to write, and also we saw write data, write header, write rows, and write row, and the JSON dot load to read, and JSON dot dump to write files, JSON files, and we always use with to auto close and open, that we learned in a previous class, and the new line for CSV writing one in one window, and I also use indent for a readable for JSON formatted JSON file, makes our JSON file looks beautiful. See, we have some practice questions, beginner and intermediate level. So beginner, you all need to create an CSV file with 4 Tollywood movies, a title, EA, and rating, and read it back, and print only movies with a rating above 8.5. So you need to use a condition for to print movies rating above 8.5. And the next one, read the movies dot CSV file that we created, and convert all data to correct types, because our CSV file always gives the data in the form of a string. Okay, you need to correct the formats, and then add label to format our output, like and label like blockbuster, hit, flop, based on the collections, and save the result as a new JSON file. That's a tricky here. Okay, have these questions and open your CSS code and have a try. In next video, we're going to know OS and path operations, managing files and folders with Python code. And see you there. Keep coding. Thank you. Thank you for choosing H&M Technologies online training. Bye bye.